Okay, this is going to come as no surprise to you, but the Angry Video Game Nerd inspires me. He probably inspired a lot of the other reviewers as well. Some of them say that Armake21 inspired them, some of them say that Jedi inspired them, but I'm not going to lie, the Angry Video Game Nerd inspired me. He has always been my favourite game reviewer and always will be, and he really is truly great, so he definitely inspired me to make my videos. Okay, after using MySpace for about half a year, I once thought to myself, you know what, this is getting really boring, and why the fuck am I still on this website? So basically I thought to myself that I could probably be using all the time I spent on MySpace more productively. And then I came across the Angry Video Game Nerd. And yep, that's pretty much how I came across the YouTube thing. No, simply because I'm not gay and men are evil creatures. If I was a woman, I think I would be a lesbian, because no way would I do that kind of thing with a man. I mean, that is sickening. And secondly of all, it's Mario. It's physically impossible to have sex with a video game character, even if you were that desperate that you got it on with Mario. I actually only own one game from that series, and that is Soul Calibur 2. But from what I've played of Soul Calibur 2, this was actually a very brilliant game, and I'm going to be getting Soul Calibur Legends on the Wii. Gasp. Even though I've heard it's shit, I'd like to see it for myself. And probably Soul Calibur 4 on the Xbox 360 as well. Well, I've played quite a few of them, and so far, to be fully honest, the only one I've enjoyed was GoldenEye 007 on the N64. Now, I don't know what it was about that one that made it stand out above the rest, but that one was just like a million times more fun to play than any of the other versions. Okay, in order, with the first one being the best. Pokemon Diamond, of course no surprises there. The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass, Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship Tournament 2007, Mario Kart DS, Final Fantasy 3, Uandan 2. Oh, and can I just say that the songs on Uandan 2 were 1,000,000 times better than in Uandan 1. Honestly, I did not like the track listing in Uandan 1 in the least bit. I thought they were actually horrendous, so if you're ever planning to get a Uandan game, I would seriously recommend Uandan 2 over Uandan 1. But that's just my personal opinion on that. Super Mario 64 DS, WarioWare Touched, Elite Beat Agents. Again, this is another one of the Uandan type games, but Uandan 2 is still the best one. I'd say this is the second best. I just did not like Uandan 1 at all because of the shitty songs. Anyway, and last but not least is Electroplankton. Yes, Electro fucking Plankton. Now, some of you might be thinking right now, whoa, that's not even a game! It is, basically, kind of a game anyway. Even though it's not really a game which has any depth into it, it doesn't have a meaning, there's no real challenging gameplay involved in it, I still found hours of fun in this game, and that is why it is one of my favourites. So, those are my top 10. I may very well get it sometime, but since I'm not a big Devil May Cry fan, I'm not really highly anticipating that game. However, I may get it sometime down the road. It's just that there are better games, in my opinion, coming out, like Super Smash Bros. Brawl and Mario Kart Wii. Not to call myself a Nintendo fanboy there, but yeah, there are some games that, in my opinion, are better than Devil May Cry 4, and I am more anticipating them than that. No, I haven't played it yet, and it's not because I don't enjoy the Metroid series. I mean, I think they're personally awesome. It's just that I haven't actually bought it yet because I've been buying others like Super Mario Galaxy. I will, however, get around to buying it soon, and then I'll give my opinion on it then. No, there isn't, because here's another interesting fact. I never have any dreams whatsoever. I don't know why, I just don't. I just go completely unconscious and out with it, I guess. And nothing is going on in the head. It's completely blank. I've never ever had a dream since I was 6. So that's a very long time, and who knows why I don't dream. But if I did dream, however, I'm pretty sure that the character that would give me nightmares is the Heart Moo from the Clonoa series. I mean, he is just so freaking wrong. Look at him. I mean, what is not freakish about this little thing that they call a Heart Moo? Oh. This is what I think about the Wii version, Sonic and the Secret Rings. It's pretty good. I'm not going to say it's awesome because it just has Sonic in it, because that's not the case. I mean, it's like a pretty average game, to be honest with you, and I'm not going to lie that just because it has Sonic in it, it's awesome, because that's not the case. You go about collecting rings and stuff. There's not really much new. You tilt the remote to move Sonic about. So I think we've probably seen it all before in this game, really. And what I think about the Xbox 360 version, well, I have heard so much bad things about that game that I have never played it, and probably never will. And pretty much that is what I think about it. Shit. Well, actually, I have never played the Xbox version, but I have, however, played the N64 version. And from what I've heard, they cut the swearing out of the Xbox version. I mean, what the fuck is up with that? I mean, like, the Conker was legendary on the N64 for being a cute little squirrel that sweared his fucking head off. Now, if you cut out the swearing, it just takes out everything that Conker went down for. But nevertheless, the gameplay is still pretty good too, so that still makes it a good game. Needless to say, since I have only played the N64 version, of course I'm going to like that better. However, even if I did play the Xbox version, I'm pretty sure I would still like the N64 version better. Okay, let's remember right now that I haven't played Brawl yet, and probably not many of us have, so my opinion could very well change somewhere down the line. However, right now, my favourite version of Super Smash Bros. Is Melee on the GameCube. Okay, although I love this game, my worst video game experience would have to be one level in particular in Super Monkey Ball 2. The level is called the Starfish level, and this level is also in Super Monkey Ball Touch and Roll for the DS, and Super Monkey Ball Deluxe. Unfortunately, I was hoping that level would get cut from them. Now basically, that level is a big spinning cog, which is constantly spinning, and you have to try and get through an entrance about yay big, where the cog is about bigger than you can see on the video anyway, and you have to get through a tiny little entrance where the cog is constantly spinning around, and then if it hits you, then you go flinging off the side of the edge, and you have to do it again. I think I probably spent at least 5 hours trying to do that fucking level. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. And then you've got some people say it's really easy. I guess I just cannot master it, and I will always, forevermore, fucking hate that one level. So now's the time for Guess That Game, and this week's Guess That Game is right here. So if you think you know what that game is, then please send me a private message saying the name of the game. And remember, don't leave a video comment or I won't accept it. It has to be a private message. Last week's game was in fact DuckTales for the NES, and 4 people guessed that right, and those 4 people were but overall, the winner was Hoops and Yo-Yo Fan 26. Yes, he guessed it right first, so he is the winner. Congratulations to him. This week's random poll is, which is your favourite anime out of? And then there's a big long list of animes, so I'm not going to say them all here. But my favourite one is Dragon Ball Z. So if you want to vote in this random poll, then simply follow the link in the video description. Last week we asked, what type of TV do you own in your bedroom? And these are the results we got in. 32 people said a regular old TV, 12 people said an LCD, 9 people said that they don't have a TV in their room, 5 people said a plasma, 5 people said a really old banger, nothing beats a really old banger, does it? And 3 people said other. So, a regular old TV wins that one. So this is the end of that Friday video, and keep the questions coming, and remember to vote in the random poll and try your luck at the Guess That game. And I'll see you all again next week.